Hey guys, it's me, Ron Williams, coming at you once again at the Ron Williams YouTube channel. I have my little friend here today with me. I'm gonna explain a few things to you about exercise. And as we go over them, I want you just to imagine this skeleton actually having muscle on his body, because this skeleton represents you and I. Now, the video we're gonna do right now is for the quads. It's called the leg extension. You know, a lot of people say that the leg extension hurts their knees. I'm gonna go through and show you part of the reason why and how to do the leg extensions and get a great workout, but also not damage those knees. If they're already damaged, you may need to stop this exercise. But if your knees are strong and you feel no pain in the knees, then I want you to consider what I'm about to tell you today. First of all, the initial movement, this is the quad. And as we rotate the quad forward, normally what we do is we extend the leg out. We extend it out. But the problem is the initial movement is on the knee joint itself. And oftentimes what we want to do, because we're working out, we want to get stronger, we want to develop the muscle, we put quite a bit of weight on there, sometimes more than our bodies can handle. So you have this motion where that first initial movement is a thrust, and immediately that goes against the joint and you start to feel knee pain or stress on that knee joint. But what you want to do, instead of pushing from the lower leg, trying to extend, the very first movement is to pull from the hip flexor. When you pull from the hip flexor, it engages the whole quadricep. Once that quadricep is engaged, the knee is up. Then extend all the way out, controlling it. When you see this area coming out, that means pressure goes directly to the knee. And I'll show you that in just a second. But as you extend the lower part of your leg, this area should rotate back even further. We'll demonstrate that. You're not intentionally putting an arch in your lower back, but you're lifting your chest towards the ceiling, which keeps pressure here. And as long as you keep the pressure here, then all of the pressure is going to the quad. Not only does it develop the lower part of the quadricep, but the entire quad itself. So remember, the first movement, pull up, you'll feel the muscle engage, and then extend out. Protect that knee itself. Otherwise, you're putting too much pressure on that knee joint. If you can't lift up and keep it up, the weight is too heavy. Let's go over, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay guys, here's what we do. We're in this position, and normally what we do is we put a whole lot of weight on. We put a whole lot of weight on, and then watch my knees and my thighs and in the center area of my body. What happens is the weight is heavy, but I'm strong, so I lift my glutes up and I squeeze the weight up. All of that pressure is on my knees, and eventually it might not hurt the knee itself the first, second, or third time, but as I continue to do this, the repetitions of doing it over and over the wrong way and the damaging way, because I'm not concentrating on working my muscles. You know what I'm concentrating on? Extending my legs and getting the weight up. But when I lower the weight, the first movement is here. I pull from the hip flexors. The back of my knees aren't touching now. So with this, with forcing my hip flexors to work, it rotates my hips back. My glutes are turned backwards, and my chest is forced up towards the ceiling. Now I want to keep this position, squeeze all the way up. But the moment when the weight's too heavy, this is how you'll know. You're able to start the movement, but at the top, you'll see your hips go forward to finish it. If that's the case, you're damaging the knee at the top of the repetition. We don't want any damage to the knee at all. So watch this. I'm gonna activate the hip flexors, start the movement. I'm gonna hold that position, hold it, rotate the hips back. That creates a peak contraction in that quadricep. So what I want you to think of the whole time you're working those quads is quality. Quality. I'm in here to train my body, to make my body more healthy. I didn't come in here to damage my knees because, you know, in this life, we get one body, one set of knees, and the alternative is them putting in new knees. I don't want that operation, and I want my body to be healthy. So be careful, and remember, pull from the hip flexors and extend the knees. You're gonna have to lighten the weight, but you're forcing the pressure on the muscle, taking the pressure off of the joint, and you're developing the muscle with less weight. That's what you want. Hope you like this video. If you do, leave me a comment below, and no thumbs down, always thumbs up. And remember, this channel is for you. And for those of you that are my family on YouTube, some of you guys, I mean, I've got 71,000 viewers that really love me and what we do, and I want you guys to know that I love you, and I'm doing this for you, and I'm gonna get better at it. So God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. What you want?